he almost retired from the NBA. He was ready to walk away when he got the suspension for use of Nurkic. And Commissioner Adam Silver talked him out of it and told him he wouldn't let him make a rash decision like that. And I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of dudes, men out here, especially in the black community, that were raised by single mothers, are very emotional. You have to change it. Men that were raised by women in general, you have to change it, because you making emotional decisions on a temporary feeling, man. I had to learn that shit too. I had to learn that women know how they learn you. People say, well, women are weaker than men, and they say all that stuff, right? But in other ways, people look at it as in a physical strength manner, but they're stronger in other ways. And they're mentally playing the game that guys don't think they're capable of, because they see them, and majority of women are inferior physically, and that's a big mistake that a lot of dudes make. A lot of dudes don't continue past their education. They don't continue to learn and study and research. And women, they learn you, they study you, they research you, they learn your patterns. Because as a man, if you working all day, grinding, trying to put food on the table, women they don't work as long and as hard usually, so they got more time to let their mind wander. And when you let a person's mind wander due boredom, it's like with a dog. They tell a lot of dogs tear up shit because they bored. You don't stimulate them. You don't get them toys that they like playing with, or bones they like chewing, so they chew on, they find other shit to do. And women wandering all day and they bored and they letting their mind wander, then they got time to focus on you and what you doing or what you're not doing. So, but once you got that, when you have that trait, when you want to make, and I had to learn this the hard way, when you want to just quit a job off impulse, or you want to make a rash decision off an emotional feeling. And Adam Silver told him, right, like he said this on his podcast, he told him, like, no, I'm not gonna let you make that decision because you're in your feelings. Guess what? Instead of saying, hey, I got a problem, swinging, hitting people, being physical, being dirty, and let me fix this problem as a 30-plus-year-old dude. Let me fix this problem. He said, well, I don't want to do this no more. I want to quit. I want to retire. It's just too much. What type of trait is that? That's a female trait. That's a trait that you picked up being around women. And a lot of us, we picked that trait up. And I had to tell myself, like, I had to stop doing that. I got to stop. I can't shut down because it ain't going my way. And Ric Flair, I went to go see Iron Claw, and they had the little Ric Flair little monologue he did, the little promo he did. He said, you know what? Real men don't go down. They just stand up through all the problems. And a lot of guys that's raised by women to pick up that trait, they wither. When they challenge, they back down. When they challenge, they ready to quit. And I used to be the same way. I had to be like, no. Guess what? If I get past this storm, it's gonna be clear skies on the other side of the storm. And you pick that up, and you can't shut down. You can't quit as a man. You can't say, I don't want to do. Now, if you want to go out on your own merit, and I tell people this all the time, if you feel like you want to go do harm to somebody, and you sleep on it a day or two, maybe 3, and you feel the same way you felt when you want to do harm, then hey, you thought about it. You didn't make an impulsive decision on feeling irrational and feeling emotionally unstable. You thought about it. But if you sit there and you sleep, you like, damn, I'm still mad, but I'm not that mad. And after a while, day 2, you like, I'm still pissed about it, and I ain't forgiving that nigga, or that person or that woman. But it is what it is. I get over it. By day 3, you ain't gonna never forget when somebody do you dirty. You ain't gonna trust them no more, and you shouldn't trust them. You shouldn't give them another chance, especially when it ain't nothing to explain. But you can't make those irrational decisions being emotional. Can't. You can't. And most of them dudes that's in jail for murder, manslaughter, or doing bodily harm, they made a rational decision by being emotional, being emotionally unstable. Can't do it. Some of them was under the influence. That's different. Can't do it. But instead of him saying, you know, I got a problem, let's see if I can fix this problem, he did what women do. In that moment, he said, you know what? Fuck it, y'all got a problem. Now, I don't really see no problem with this. I just don't want to do it no more. I'm done. I really want to walk away. Because he don't want to admit that he got a problem. So you see dudes on the internet, they had these women in these manosphere and these red pill panels and blue pill, after pill, whatever they calling themselves. Some of these dudes allow women to be on the panel and they try to understand what can't be understood. What can't be understood. You trying to make logic out of something that's not logical. And that's why you just sit there looking dumb. I seen the brother AQ, he had a video a clip where a woman had slept with the boy daddy and the cousin and all that. And he said, what do you get out of that? You think I still should be with you? And this, that, and the third. He was trying to understand where she was coming from, even though it was, what I need, ain't nothing else I need to understand. You a low down, dirty tramp. Even if you met the daddy before you got with me, you supposed to told me that. I don't see what that meant. Man, you trying to make logic. It ain't no point in making logic out of it. You can't make something logical. You can't make something that's, not logical. That's what they do. They sit there and say, Will. They don't want to admit they got a problem. They don't want to admit that they was wrong. And that's something that a lot of young males that was raised by single mothers or raised around women, they pick up that trait. No accountability. That's why you need a man there. That's why a lot of these daughters and sons, they sympathize with the mother. And you can't make that. And I learned that, man. If I made a emotional, irrational decision about the majority of my major or all my decisions, I'd be in trouble. Why you think it's so much, violence going on in households between men and women today? Women start 90% of those arguments. 95, 100% of those arguments are started by women. They manipulate, they push the button, they push until they get a rise out of you. But if a woman continue to push and not manipulate you and not get a rise out of you and you stay stoic, you won. And when you know when to walk away. If it gets to the point like that, just walk away. If it gets to the point where her manipulation games ain't working and now she want to get physical, walk away. Trust me. It's no point. And then you're going to be the bad guy. Even though she started it. Just being honest. And not admitting you got a problem. Like when you got a problem like this, it's a bitch trait. Something that a lot of us picked up and you got to unlearn it. Because you're not going to get far as a man doing that. Even he got all the money and all that. No, I want to walk away because you hit niggas in the nuts and hitting people in their head and doing. Change what you doing. Change it. And the commissioner was right. I'm not about to make you make that decision this emotional bitch ass decision as a grown man. Us as men, we got to admit when we got a problem and we got to fix it. And I've done that a lot of times, a lot of self-searching. Where did I go wrong at? Where can I have done better at? Oh, I shouldn't have been emotional. I shouldn't have took it there. Or I should have walked away there. If I'd have walked away a minute earlier, this wouldn't have happened. Straight up and down. Simple as that, man. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, or X. Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.